What is going on, guys? PoliticsGaming here, and today we are doing Flight Simulator 2020. It's going to be Dallas-Fort Worth International to Kansas City International. I know you guys were watching a little bit ago, and I know you guys noticed that my computer crashed, and it was still streaming for some reason, so that was really odd. But yeah. For whatever reason, I don't know if it was the RAM or something like that, I did increase the speed of the RAM from like 2933 to what was it? It was like 3000, and I knew there may or may not there would or would not be an issue with increasing it to that speed. So I in response, whenever I was streaming, I basically the game not only did the game crash, but the what do you call it? The my entire computer just died. It completely restarted itself, and so that was fun, I guess. So we're gonna go ahead and restart our flights, and we should be able to. We're gonna just go over some of the things that we did again. Are you getting Crusader King 3 whenever it comes out? I don't think so, actually. There is a city that someone wanted me to go by, and I actually want to add it to my flight plan if that is in any way possible. I think it was outside of Tulsa. Northwest Arkansas, Davis, Tulsa. There was... Oh, it's gonna go right next to Claremore, actually. Yeah, it's gonna take us right smack in between Claremore Regional and Tulsa, so that's actually gonna be a good flight. Let's go ahead and add Grayson. Well, actually, not Grayson, then. Let's actually add... DNI. It's gonna go right over the lake. And I guess this is actually gonna take us right over the lake in Dallas. So, should actually be good. Alright, and let's do... We're going to be doing group only. We can do live air traffic. Live air traffic, and let's do live weather and time. Well, you know what? Just for the sake, just in case that's actually what crashed my game earlier, we're going to go ahead and go with... no air traffic will be displayed. Okay, let's just do AI. Let's just do AI. And I think that should be good. Let's go to options, general. Just again, I'm just kind of like trying to make sure that this isn't going to crash on me again. Traffic, airport density, everything's at 50, so that's actually good. Okay. I think what I'm going to do... We can go ahead and go with live air traffic, even though I'm streaming. Or, yeah, whatever. I'm going to go with AI. I'm going to go with AI. I know you're not... most of you guys are probably not used to, you know, seeing me do that. But anyway, let's go ahead and get this done. It's going to... put our cruising altitude at 15,000 feet. And I think that's all we got to do. Alright, let's go ahead and fly. What's going on, PTK? Welcome to the live stream. Again, hopefully this does not crash on me again. That was quite the fiasco. Now that I have my Wi-Fi back, I can go back to evil plan of leaving mean comments on PG's videos. Jesus, come on, PTK. That's not nice. How much storage space does this game take up? It takes up about 90 gigabytes base, and then I think you're gonna need at least about 150 gigabytes because the scenery data takes up a lot of data. Like, it eats anything that it actually has. YouTube. Alright. But yeah. Hey, what's going on, Samus? Welcome to the live stream. Hello and good morning. Hello there. I think our aircraft should be started up on the runway, so we don't have to go through the time of starting the aircraft up. I'm going to go ahead and do that in the next one. We're going to start it up cold and dark. I think on this one, I'm just going to try to get off the ground as fast as I can. Hopefully, again, that this, because I mean, I'm supposed to be in the air for like 2 hours, so hopefully we do not crash again like we did a little bit ago. That was
DFW Tower, Beechcraft
bad.
Alpha, Sierra, X-Ray Golf, Sierra at runway 18 left, ready for takeoff, north departure.
All right, let's go ahead and fly. And all we got to do, disengage the parking brake. It is 81 degrees outside. All right, we should have the clearance to go. And it is live weather and time. It is about 10 o'clock today. Let's go ahead and check on the weather again. Got a little bit of, guess a front up there. All right. Modern coders need to learn how to condense their coding. Yeah, they do. All right, full throttle. Let's go ahead and get off the ground. All right, beautiful takeoff. And that terminal honestly could do some work. DFW doesn't look the prettiest, honestly, in this game. I think that actually might be what the terminal might look like. I don't know. I haven't been to DFW airport in a while. Alright, we were pointing south, so we are turning.
DFW Tower, Beechcraft Alpha, Sierra, X-Ray Golf, Sierra, continue for north.
I think I'm actually not supposed to be doing what I'm doing right now, but I'm already doing it, so let's go ahead and commit. Got Grapevine Lake to our left. Beautiful shot of DFW Airport. Awesome. This game is unreal, honestly. It is so pretty, so beautiful to look at. Got an alarm. Let's go ahead and pull back on the throttle a little bit. Let's actually max the throttle out, but gonna pull back on the RPMs. Got about 2,500. Oh god, I did not pull my gear up. That'd be funny. Alright, let's pull back on the flaps as well. Start increasing that speed. Hey, what's going on, Damien? Welcome to the live stream. We are passing over the city of Louisville right now, Louisville, Texas. To our left is actually the lake that borders Louisville and the city of Flower Mound. It's known as Grapevine Lake. Very, very pretty lake. It looks awesome in this game. It looks almost exactly like it. And then up ahead of us is actually Louisville Lake. We are passing over Coppell now, actually. Oh, that's actually really cool. If you actually look, you'll see George Bush right there. It's actually really cool because they named these icons. They're not really icons. They're actually real things that are there. It's actually like radio beacons, I believe, but they name them so the aircrafts can actually, you know, look at them and then know exactly where they are or where they're going. So some of them, they always take up these names, whether it's after the city that they're in, which this one is Coppell, and then they name them after famous people as well. So this one's after George W. Bush, George H.W. Bush, most likely. Why would you ever listen to the terminal? Well, listen to the terminal or look at the terminal, because all I was complaining about was the way the terminal looked. Climbing at about 5,400 feet.
124 decimal tree for Beechcraft X-Ray Golf Sierra.
Again, beautiful shot of North Texas this morning. I might be a little silent during this flight because basically, I mean, it's flight simulator. I mean, it's just me flying. So, sometimes I'll talk, I won't talk. Really just depends. I mean, I'm still trying to figure out what kind of flight simulator content I want to make, so we're finding balances all along the way. Good thing we only have to go up 2 states. And again, this is going to be like a 2-hour flight. Not even... It's going to be like 2 hours, 15 minutes, 2 hours, 17 minutes, around that. Again, beautiful, beautiful shot of Louisville Lake. Have you ever crashed? What happens if you crash? Basically, whenever you crash, or whenever you like overstress your aircraft or something like that, basically whenever you hit the ground or you overstress it, it goes black and there's like a small ringing sound, and then the music starts playing and it's just like, haha, you lost, and that's it. Nothing too spectacular. There's no fiery crashes or anything like that. I know a lot of people actually like to see that. I mean, that's something I thought about. So it's, again, not too spectacular. I think in the future they're going to be doing something for crash models, so that's something to look forward to. Other than that, like, we're not, at least right now, we don't have anything. I'm just trying to modify the trim right here just to get a good balance of getting the altitude that we need to get to. Still got a couple thousand more feet to go. Just gently as gently as I can, actually. I'm trying to modify the trim. Let's go ahead and get about a 5-degree trim right there. That'd be cool. Then we can just modify it like that and just get ourselves up to about 15,000 feet. 15,000 feet is going to be my cruising altitude, and I'm going to hold off over there. I'm going to go ahead and turn on to pit heats. It's actually 54 degrees, so definitely need some de-icing procedures going on. Let's go ahead and turn off the landing lights, air conditioner, fuel pump. Oh, this is all our icing. Let's go ahead and turn on our airframe, prop, and windshield. We're at 54 degrees right now, so... Hey, what's going on, Politics Edition? Welcome to the live stream. Did you get your Flight Sim to Premium Deluxe? Yes, I did. I do have the Premium Deluxe Edition. Premium Deluxe Edition is very, very, very lovely. I love, 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 love it. Going north, we're somewhere, should be somewhere over Pilot Point. That right next to us, that is Lake Ray Roberts, actually. I'm very, very familiar with this area, and I know it from the air, actually. So, that road, actually, right there, is known as 388, I believe. I believe that is 388. Because that connects directly from Denton all the way over to... let me... Don't have a co-pilot seat. Because 388 actually connects directly from Denton, so Denton is right here. And then that road connects all the way over to McKinney, which is right over here. Anyhow, it was good seeing you again, seeing you active. I'm a usual night owl. Anyways, heading to bed now. It's 8 a.m. Jesus. Yep, it is good seeing myself active as well. I am very excited for Flight Simulator. I love Flight Simulator. So I'm very excited for the future. Definitely going to be doing a lot more time lapses, more Flight Simulator, more whenever 2020 comes out, I'm gonna be doing 2020 for Power and Revolution. But just at least for now, I really, really, really want to play some Flight Simulator, especially on this channel. Go ahead and get ourselves going over to the right. Getting to our left is Lake Ray Roberts. Very, very beautiful lake. All of the big lakes that are in North Texas, like, I mean, the biggest ones are usually, it's like Grapevine, Louisville, Ray Roberts, and then there's one, like, right north of Mesquite, but then south of, or, not south, but it's like, northeast of Dallas. And that one is, I forgot the name of it, unless that one's Ray Roberts. I'm completely kind of skewering some of the names. Let's go ahead and mess with the range right here. We have Denison right here. Got Denison, and then just going up north, and then our next big city that we're going to be able to pass over is going to be Tulsa and that other city, actually. We're at 10,000 feet now.
Squawk 60 tree, 1 Beechcraft X-ray Golf Sierra.
And I think whenever we get up to cruising altitude, we'll probably actually take over ATC, and then I'll be able to manage it from there. It's at the 48 degrees Celsius, Fahrenheit, actually.
Copy Beechcraft X-ray Golf Sierra.
Does this game have tornadoes? No, but it does have hurricanes.
Contact FT Worth Center on 124.75.
There are hurricanes in this game.
124.75 Beechcraft X-Ray Golf Sierra. FT Worth Center Beechcraft Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra 10,900 feet. Beechcraft Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra FT Worth Center continue to Delta November India as planned. Altimeter 29.92.
Just barely correcting my my heading, because I think it should just be like a straight line shot, but then at the same time, like, I also did like want to do VOR to VOR, so sucks, I guess. Sometimes it's better to do it. I think if like you just know, I guess, a general direction of where you're going, then direct GPS is actually good. But usually, like, just to kind of have a more formal flight plan, doing it VOR to VOR is actually better. Look, wow, look at that distance. Beautiful day. Beautiful, beautiful day over Texas. Climbing at 11,500 feet. Should barely even trying to touch it. Trying to get that climb speed up. We're at 1,000 feet a second directly. We held that for a couple of seconds actually. That was cool. Who do I think will win, Trump or Biden? Honestly, the more days go by, the more I think Trump is going to win. Honestly, I don't know why Biden is even running at this point. Biden is just embarrassing. Aha, flight simulator and politics. PoliticsGaming. Hell yeah. Passing over a lake right in front of us. We should be passing over Denison. I don't know what airport is below us, but we are passing over an airport. Actually, I think that might be Sherman right below us. Yeah, it should be. Yeah, it is. We're passing over Sherman. If this is Sherman, Texas, then we should, in theory, be able to find the roadway that actually connects all the way up to Denison. Or unless, Are you going to do an election night live stream? I should be able to. Yeah, we should... So here's the border between Texas and Oklahoma. Right around here is where Durant, Oklahoma is. At least, I believe this should be either Denison or Sherman, and then coming up here is somewhere around where Durant is. Hey, what's going on, Chris? Welcome to the live stream. What aircraft are you flying? I am flying the Beechcraft Baron G58. Very lovely plane from Flight Simulator X. I loved this plane on Flight Simulator X. It was really fun to fly, and it is awesome to see it make a grand return with Flight Simulator 2020. And for some reason, Autopilot is super buggy, so I literally cannot use Autopilot. All right, and we are now at our cruising altitude of 15,000 feet. We're going to try to remain around 15,000 feet, maybe give or take about 5,000 feet if we want to go up to 20,000. Let's check the temperature. It is 31 degrees Fahrenheit up here about at 15,000 feet. Passing over the big lake that borders the states of Texas and Oklahoma. So there's the highway. Look. Right around here, actually, is the casino known as Choctaw Casino and Resorts. Right over here is Durant, Oklahoma, which is actually home to the casino, but right here is the exact complex of where that casino is supposed to be. I've been there several times, actually, so it's actually really fun. Yeah, thought I would be able to recognize it from the air, and I was able to recognize it from the air. That is the casino. .28 degrees now. It's getting colder. Really wish you could use this sunshade. That would be cool. How did they manage to make this huge map? Basically, they used Bing Maps. This is all through Bing Maps, and they used 2 petabytes worth of data to download and stream to your computer. So everything you see right here is all satellite map data from Bing. The better quality areas are usually going to be like some of the biggest cities, cities that already have a 3D map on on Bing. So places like Fort Worth, Chicago, New York, Miami, a lot of Florida, a lot of California. All of those areas are all completely are all completed with buildings. I mean, everything looks the same, but whenever you come over to areas like this, all of this is developed by the AI. They basically gave an AI that's called a Zero, and they told the AI to place buildings, bridges, anything that should be where it is, and most of the time it was right. I mean, if you look over there, you can actually slightly, I don't know if I can zoom in, no I can't. They basically told the AI to develop it with bridges, buildings, everything like that, and it took all of the data that it had, and whatever houses look like they're there, then the AI puts a house there. If there is a bridge crossing that looks like it's a bridge, then it puts a bridge there. Now, it's not perfect. Not everything is perfect. The places that I like are not perfect, especially downtown Dallas. Dallas isn't even in the game. I mean, it's just a bunch of buildings that the AI placed there, and I'm still waiting on whether they're going to make a city pack for it that's going to be purchasable on the marketplace. I'm also waiting to see, I mean, if Microsoft is going to be developing cities on the side and developing it. I mean, they want to develop this game, and I mean, that's probably one of the paths that they could go through. So, that's fun fact about Microsoft Flight Simulator. Is VR possible in this? Not yet. I think Track IR is possible, but not VR yet. Let's go ahead and pitch over to the right.
128.1 for Beechcraft X-Ray Golf Sierra. FT Worth Center, Beechcraft Alpha, Sierra X-Ray Golf, Sierra 16,800 feet.
Let's see if I can actually set the autopilot.
Beechcraft Alpha, Sierra X-Ray Golf, Sierra FT Worth Center, continue as planned. Altimeter 29.902.
Let's go ahead and balance the aircraft out.
Beechcraft X-Ray Golf,
Go.
Sierra, FT Worth Center on 124.75.
So there should be a way for me to sync the
Going to 124.75
thing
Beechcraft
to
X-Ray Golf,
yikes. Didn't mean to do that. Fuel is good. Where is
FT Worth Center, Beechcraft Alpha, Sierra X-Ray Golf,
vertical
Sierra
speed?
16,700 feet.
Let's see what happens whenever I engage the autopilots and then
Beechcraft Alpha, Sierra X-Ray Golf,
do heading.
Sierra FT Worth Center,
Should snap right over to the heading that I want it to go to. Should. Come on. Yeah. That's great. See if I can do altitude. Yeah, let's go ahead and snap it just to 16,000 feet. And it's going to snap it right there. Okay, I got autopilot on.
FT Worth Center, Beechcraft Alpha, Sierra
Don't even have to
X-Ray
touch it
Golf,
anymore.
Sierra 16,400 feet. Beechcraft Alpha,
Shouldn't be able to touch it.
Sierra FT Worth Center, continue as planned.
Let's go ahead and check the range, see if we need to do any turns or anything like that. Shouldn't. Ardmore is right here. Oklahoma City is right here. Tulsa should be somewhere right over here. Did I take out that navigation marker for, let's look at the flight plan. Tulsa's right here. Okay, Tulsa's right here. Okay. So DFW, we're going from Denison all the way over to Tulsa, and then Tulsa is gonna go. So we just need to keep this heading actually until we reach Tulsa. Get rid of the flight plan. All right, and if we just keep this heading, take us right all the way up to Tulsa. Didn't Trump ground a Boeing 737 at LMAO? Yeah. I would love to be a 737. I absolutely will buy the 737 as soon as it becomes available. Any 737. I cannot wait to play with the 737. Definitely going to be doing a lot of flights in that thing. I'm going to have to learn it. I need to learn the 787. I actually do have the 787, and I also need to learn the A320. Do flights on my own doing that, but yeah. If you guys actually will wait for a couple of minutes, I'm going to take a quick break since I turned on autopilot and it's just leading me all the way up to Tulsa. Shouldn't have to do anything, but I'm going to leave for a couple of minutes and I will be right back. So enjoy the flights and let me That's a good view. All right. Should be able to see the heading and all that. And I will be right back, guys.
Beechcraft X-Ray Golf Sierra, contact FT Worth Center on 132.2.
Going to 132.2 Beechcraft X-Ray Golf Sierra. FT Worth Center, Beechcraft Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra 16,400 feet.
Beechcraft Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra FT Worth Center, continue as planned. Altimeter 29.9 tree.
Alright, and I am back. I'm sorry for that absence, but I am back. Grabbed my controller, but literally have Autopilot on. Just us talking. Just me, you, and a GPS. AMN, thank you so much for that donation. I really, really do appreciate it. If you guys are watching this, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new, And if you guys want to see more Flight Simulator content, just comment down below and tell me what you think of this. Does this game include warplanes? It does not. It does not. Shall I intercept PG on the way to Kansas? Perhaps I can save Kansas. Would you want to save Kansas, though? That is the question. Nope. Where are we at the moment? Let's go ahead and look. We are right in between Durant, Oklahoma, and Tulsa. So what we are looking at right here, let's go ahead and look a little bit closer. KMLC is the closest airspace that we actually are to. There's another airspace right here. I'm not familiar. That seems to be F-99. No idea where, I believe this is Oklahoma. This is Oklahoma City right here. So we are somewhere just over southeastern Oklahoma. Noticing a little bit of turbulence up here. Because right ahead of us, we should be able to, because we're gonna pass directly next to Tulsa, Oklahoma. PG, when am I most likely playing tabs or TPP? I would say tabs, or I would say political process probably. Let's go ahead and reset my barometer. That is good, and let's hit another button right there. It's currently 10:42 in the morning. What time is it? It is actually 10:42 right now. Let me see if is it live? Is it gonna turn to 10:43 in about 5 seconds? 210. Yep. Holy crap! I have it like on the dot right now. That's the closest I've ever been to get a video game. That's cool. That is awesome. Good thing I put it on live. I do have live weather on. It's just that it is a very clear, sunny day. Very, very, very good visibility over Oklahoma right now. There was whenever I was in Dallas, actually, there was a storm that was to our south, or it was like to our south or our west. And can't really see it now. One thing I did not check, I actually did not check the weather conditions in Kansas City, but I believe it should be sunny and clear. Don't see any clouds ahead of us, because we would actually be able to see the clouds all the way from here. So I don't see anything yet. Could change in the future. I feel so powerful reaching Speaker of the House. Always still play TPP even if it does need more updates. Yeah, that's the reason I don't play it, is because there's no updates for it. I'm going to be taking off from Tulsa. I actually have my... I have it to group only. So... well, I mean, group only, I mean, that means you can still, like, invite me to a group, and I think you'd probably be able to pop up in here. I'm about halfway to Tulsa now. Can you crash with another person? No, I don't think so. Oh, that's actually really cool. Whenever we actually have a navigation on, it actually tells me how much flight time is actually left. That's actually really cool. So we're going to get to Kansas City in about 77 minutes, about less than an hour, or more, I mean, little more than an hour, about hour and 10 minutes, it looks like, hour and 17 minutes. That's awesome. That's really, really, really cool. Fuel quantity is good, and again, we should arrive in Kansas City in about 77 minutes. Hey, what's going on, Nox? Welcome to the live stream. Hopefully, you don't have to divert when you get to Kansas City because of the weather. Just to make sure, I'm actually going to go ahead and check the weather over Kansas City since I haven't set the live weather. I'm going to be checking the weather inside of my flight path. We're actually good. Clear skies, literally actually not even clouds. That's awesome. That's awesome. Clear skies. The closest storm system is actually to the north by about 200-300 miles, all the way up in Sioux Falls. Yeah, that is the closest storm system. Then there's a storm just north of Wisconsin in the northern territory of Michigan. I forgot what it's called. And the storm that's actually in Sioux Falls is actually heading toward Kansas City, but, I mean, it's probably not even going to get there by the time we get there, if we get there in about 75 minutes. Closest storm also was in, it's actually around Vernon, Texas, about west of Wichita Falls, if anyone knows where that is. It's actually north of Abilene. It's heading toward Abilene, Texas. So good thing we're not heading toward Abilene. Abilene's actually one of the other places I like to go to. What's going on, King Xavier? Welcome to the live stream, and welcome to the membership of PG. I really do appreciate seeing new members. So if you have not become a member, please consider becoming a member, and you will definitely be able to have exclusive live streams, and you'll be able to see live streams probably 30 minutes before they actually start, or 15 minutes. Thinking I'm gonna do it between 15 and 30 minutes. But yeah, if you are interested in that, become a member today. Is it only the mainland US? No, it isn't the entire world. The entire world is your oyster in this game. That is the fun part, is that it is completely the entire world. Dallas, Fort Worth International, Kansas City International. Distance 402 nautical miles. So 1 is Denison, 2. So once we get to Tulsa, it's going to be about 30 minutes before we get to our next waypoint. Then it's going to be about another 30 minutes before we get to the waypoint after that. And then once we get to that second waypoint, so it'll be about, so it's halfway through this. And then once we get to the next waypoint, after Tulsa, we're going to be doing that for 29 minutes and then 36 minutes. And then 36 minutes once we get to this waypoint, that means that we will basically be in Kansas City, because Kansas City is about 26 seconds after we get to this waypoint right here. So doesn't tell me a time that we actually get there. The navlog, this is actually used as a stopwatch. So basically, if you are going through there without using air traffic control, basically what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to time this using the navlog, which is actually really cool. Again, you can, but since I actually do have a GPS, since I actually do have instruments, I really don't need to use this. But if I was using something like a Cessna and I didn't have this glass panel right in front of me, then yeah, I would have to Baron G58. Again, this aircraft was in Flight Simulator X, and now it is in Flight Simulator 2020, and it looks absolutely beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful interior. It's 27 degrees Fahrenheit outside. Again, look at this glass panel right here. Absolutely lovely. We're actually approaching Tulsa. Should be approaching Tulsa in a couple of minutes. We actually see Tulsa right now. If you actually look right over here to the left, you will actually be able to make out Tulsa. Again, this is going to be the first time I've actually flown next to Tulsa, so unfortunately we will not be able to fly low under Tulsa. We're going to be observing it from about 16,400 feet. Sorry about that, I went AFK for a couple of seconds. Accidentally hit the flaps right there, heard it. Nope, that's my gear. That's the fun thing about doing controllers. Alright, I am still here. I'm sorry. Didn't really get to eat this morning, so I'm trying to eat something. Alright, if you actually look over to our left, you will again be able to see Tulsa. Right here. You'll actually be able to see the urban layouts. So right over here is where Tulsa is going to be. Again, you're going to be, just wait a couple of minutes and you will be able to see it a little more clearly because we're still approaching it. So yeah, again, Tulsa is right here. I love maps. I love layouts. So seeing these things in Flight Simulator is just recognizable to me. So whenever I see it, I'm always just kind of like, oh, that's so cool. This game fascinates me to no end, honestly. Oh, there's a little bit more of a clear view of Tulsa. Let me go ahead and try this. Zoom auto. There we go. That's a little better. Now you probably are able to see Tulsa a little bit better. Tulsa Airport should be coming up somewhere right there. I actually see Tulsa Airport right here. You'll actually, if you look right here, you'll see the lights. I like pointing out these details. They're really awesome. I'm going to go ahead and do this real quick. Let's go to General, Camera, Head Up Mode. Where is Camera Shake? Flashlight? That's at night, actually. Instrument Heads Up Display. Let's go ahead and turn that off. Just for right now. Alright. AMN, no, we are not in a group right now. King Xavier, have you been to Oklahoma or Kansas City? I've always wanted to go to Kansas City, especially for at least a football game or something like that. I definitely would love to go to Kansas City for that. As for Oklahoma, yes, I've been to Oklahoma, especially Oklahoma City, many times. I've always lived in North Texas, so some of the areas that I usually have gone to on like trips and all that, it's always kind of been like very, very close to the Oklahoma border. So Oklahoma's always been just a place that I've been to a lot. Kansas, I've been to like once, and I hated it. Hence the Kansas hate group. Even though it's not a hate group, it's actually just a meme group. It's just called Kansas Hate. I mean, everyone hates Texas. Like, how come I can't hate Kansas? So. Awesome. Well, now we're getting connected over to Kansas City.
128.8 Beechcraft X-Ray Golf Sierra. Kansas City Center, Beechcraft Alpha.
Kansas City Center, hell yeah. I guess whenever we get over Tulsa is whenever Kansas City Center starts up.
Beechcraft Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra Kansas as planned. Altimeter 29.905.
Let's go ahead and change the altimeter. Oh, that's how you change the barometer. Really? It changed it? Just leave it at 2925. 2995. I believe the downtown area is right over here. That has to be downtown Tulsa. I can actually see a couple of buildings from here. That's kind of funny. You just barely see these buildings right here. Again, I believe the downtown area. Downtown might be right here. I mean, this looks pretty dense, but then... Yeah, see, that has to be downtown. Right there. Tulsa is actually one of the Bing cities that's actually supported on the game. So it's actually, there is like a replicatable Tulsa. I mean, it should look like Tulsa. So Tulsa is one of the lucky ones. Gonna really want Dallas. That's what I want. How much longer is this flight? Let's go ahead and check. Got about an hour left. If you actually look right here, you'll actually see that our time, about 59 minutes. So, as long as we can continue the correct heading, I'm gonna go ahead and put this to 0. But as long as we can continue the heading that we are on, we should arrive in Kansas City in about an hour. Hey PG, are you making another live today? No, I don't think I will. There was actually something else I was gonna make today, and I think I was gonna be enough content, at least that I'm gonna make for today. I still need to make the United States, the next episode of the United States. The thing is about the United States, I tried to make one, and OBS completely has just been really weird on me, and I actually finally found out what the hell was wrong with it. But unfortunately, I have not made a United States episode yet, and I need to, so that will come soon. Still waiting on 2020 news. Still haven't gotten anything out of that. Tulsa Airport is right here. Downtown Tulsa is right there. And we are finally making our way out of Tulsa. So goodbye to Tulsa. And next major city that we should arrive at will be Kansas City. Kansas City is a very, very beautiful city. I'm going to actually fly around the downtown area, at least for a little bit, and then I'm going to make my way to the airport. At least depending on what, at least depending on where we're coming from. I think actually, hang on, I think Kansas City is actually way, way far away from the airport, the actual downtown area. This one looks kind of funny, honestly. I mean, come on, Flight Simulator. Note that our waypoints are actually working, so since we're at Tulsa, the rest of the waypoint actually disappeared. So now we're making our way from Tulsa to waypoint CNU. Still should be at about 15,000 feet. And then once we get to CNU, we should start making our way downward. And start reducing speed and reducing altitude. But again, we should... From Tulsa, where's our nav log? So from Tulsa, we got about 30 minutes to get to CNU. And then we go to MCI, and then MCI takes us directly to Kansas City. So MCI is like just right where the airport is. So 52 nautical miles all the way up to CNU. And then 107 nautical miles from CNU to Kansas City. Again, the only other major city that we're going to be able to get to is that we're going to pass at least should be Kansas. And already Tulsa is a way, way, way behind us. Wow, look at that. Beautiful lake, beautiful lake. Have you ever flown into live storms? I have actually not. Unfortunately, well, actually, there was actually one time I actually flew into a live storm, or didn't fly into it, but I actually observed it. This was actually whenever I started out at Dallas Fort Worth, and whenever I turned live weather on, live weather was showing me like this huge storm that was over my area, and it looked so pretty in the game, and like there was like all this blue, you know, on one side of the storm, and then you look over to the other side and there's just like complete clouds, and like I don't know how to describe it, but if you know that color that storms usually take whenever they're coming in, and it's like it looks darker than it actually is because of the coloring and the sun and all that. That's exactly what it looked like, and it looked really spooky. But I mean, it was really cool. In Flight Simulator, I have not flown into it yet, but I have been observing the hurricane that has actually been off of what do you call it? Baja California. So Baja California is actually getting pelted by a hurricane right now, and it's actually been really interesting to watch it develop on Flight Simulator. There's a couple more hurricanes that are actually coming to the United States, and one of them is actually possibly going to make landfall, so that is also definitely going to be something that we can observe. Probably going to see a lot more videos about it, I guess. Maybe someone's...
Beechcraft X-ray Golf Sierra, contact Kansas City Center on 132.9er.
Maybe someone's going to fly into it. Maybe I can pitch that off. I don't know.
132.9er for Beechcraft X-ray Golf Sierra.
I definitely want to try to at least look at it once before it disappears, because it does look like it's weakening.
Kansas City Center, Beechcraft Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra 16,400 feet.
Hey PG, are you gonna make more political process whenever they update the game? I mean, I haven't seen them update it in months, so I'm just waiting on them to update it. Whenever they update it, I definitely will do live streams for it. And if you actually look right here, we got about 45 minutes until we arrive at Kansas City. Looks like we have a north downwind, actually, at about 3 knots. Kind of heading against me, but I don't think weather is actually going to be an issue in this flight today. Next time I could purposefully try to see if I can fly next to or fly through storm or something like that, but that would be for another time. Maybe I can account for the weather in the next flight, but weather should not be an issue, at least in this one. Wind and weather, I mean, it's complete clear skies. We actually might be able to make out the storms to the north once we actually get to Kansas City. because they're about probably at least less than 600 kilometers from that storm. So what we might be able to see is that if once we actually get to Kansas City, we may or may not in the distance might see clouds over there. That would be to our about northwest by about 10 o'clock. Looks like we finally got our temperature. Only thing is that it's just cold as hell. But it is freezing. 27 degrees Fahrenheit. Someone can actually tell me what town is right below me. Looks like the airport ID is KCFV. I don't have anything available for me to actually look up that reference code, but if someone can tell me what airport that is, then big shout out for you. Very nice airport right below us. All right, thank you so much, Zach. That's below us is Coffeeville. Yeah, definitely can confirm that. CFV Coffeeville. Then there's KIDP right next to it. If you actually look right where the wingtip is, that's exactly where the airport is. If you're wondering why I kind of go silent every now and then, it's literally just because it's just a flight. You know, I mean, I'm in the air for so and so amount of time. I mean, I got 40 minutes left in this flight. So sometimes you'll just see me kind of like, you know, jump in and out. Mostly because I'm just muting my mic and just honestly just watching. I'm just kind of sitting back and just waiting because it is interesting. I love this game. But in between the flights, especially whenever you're doing an actual one, this is what it's like. It's just flying. That's it. Nothing to it, nothing action. Just flying. Look at the scenery. And that's the thing I love about this game. That's why I love it so much. All right. Thank you for being here, King Xavier, and also thank you for becoming a member, by the way. And I'll see you in the next one. Make sure to join the Discord if you have not. Got a couple more minutes before we actually are going to initiate our turn. So We're approaching CNU waypoint. Let's go ahead and zoom it out a little bit just to see. And again, this is our last waypoint before we make our way to Kansas City. Got about 36 minutes before we actually get to Kansas City. So got about a minute before we actually do initiate our turn. Just wait a few minutes and we will initiate. All right, and we are going to initiate our turn. Let's go ahead and get this over to about 15 degrees, I believe. Not sure if the Wi-Fi is down or YouTube froze. It looks like it froze, but you can still see things moving. So I guess whenever I move away, I'll make sure to put it somewhere to where you can see that it's still working. Got about 30 minutes before we make our way to Kansas City. So we are now in the last leg of our flight. About 30 minutes, we will arrive in the outskirts of Kansas City. And is that an airport? Thought I saw an airport for a second. God, I would love to do something at night. Definitely want to do something at night. Sometime soon, I think I'm going to try to do it tomorrow, if I can. If you guys want to see another flight, if you guys have any ideas of where you want to see me fly to, I'm definitely going to be doing an evening, night flight. Want to see what it's like, navigate through that. Maybe a short one, maybe 1 or 2 hour one. Maybe I can get it down to 1 hour in the next flight, just as a small regional flight, maybe from like one end of the state to the other, or something of the sort. So, very, very, very beautiful day.
Beechcraft X-Ray Golf Sierra, contact Kansas City Center on 127.725.
Going to 127.725 Beechcraft X-Ray Golf Sierra. Kansas City Center, Beechcraft Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra 16,400 feet.
Beechcraft Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra Kansas City Center, continue to Mike Charlie India as planned. Altimeter 29.902.
If you actually notice what I was looking at, basically what you're looking at is a cloud in the game, but but the AI didn't know what to do with it. So actually what you're seeing right there was basically what the AI thinks is ground, but it's actually a cloud, and it doesn't care because, you know, I mean, where are we? Kansas? Somewhere around Kansas? I mean, how often are you going to be flying between, I guess, this exact route? There's an airport there, too. Yeah, there's totally an airport right in the middle of that just blotch black area. So that's actually just not even a graphical glitch. It's actually just the AI glitched out because it didn't know what to put there. And the airport is right smack in the middle of it. It's K88 airport, so take note of that. I could send that over to Microsoft. Alright, just making sure that my thing still works. All right. We're actually approaching Kansas City now. I believe we can probably make it out. But we are now in the last, literally the last leg of the trip. So should actually, hell, we need to do this. Let's go ahead and start managing. Do that. Only have 2 people watching right now. That's kind of sucks. FLC, altitude. So is there a... where is the... nose up. Nose down. I guess we can take the altitude off. And then let's go ahead and start lowering our throttle. I'm going to go ahead and reduce it to 60%. We're going to take altitude off. We should start our descent now. We're going to reduce our throttle a little bit more. 48%. Let's go ahead and do 30%. Right on the dot. Alright, now we are maintaining our attitude, but we're reducing speed and we're reducing our altitude. It wants us to go back to 16,000 feet, but I'm not going to do that. I guess we have a weather radar as well. Horizon. And again, still no weather. So we really, really don't have to worry about it. We're about, looks like 100 nautical miles from Kansas City. So once we see this river, we should actually be on the outskirts of the city. We're going to be approaching. So I believe we're actually somewhere over Kansas right now. And then right here, you can actually see this river kind of forming right here. This is actually Missouri. So right along here is the state border with Missouri. So we're just riding straight along the border between Kansas and Missouri right now. Oh, wow. Beautiful, beautiful. That looks so cool. Weather, horizon, vertical. Okay. So you can set it between that, and then it shows you light, medium, and then heavy. This is all between, what about 200 nautical miles? Still nothing. Nothing within 200 nautical miles of us. Let's go ahead and leave it on 50 nautical miles. Let's go back to display. So we got a map. Topography. I like messing with the GPS and all that. 12,000 feet right now. We're gonna go ahead and cruise at about 12,000 feet, and we're gonna wait. I'm gonna throttle back up. Alright, we should arrive in Kansas City in about 14 minutes. At this speed. I believe we actually are able to make out Kansas City right ahead of us. Nah, I think that's just the suburban cities that are outside of it. Unless right in that little square on the center of the aircraft's thing. I think right, that urban area right there could be Kansas City. I don't know. I've never... This is the first time I've actually flown from anywhere to Kansas City. At least since I've been playing Flight Simulator X. So, still just kind of getting used to, like, the way the game controls and... But, yeah, I believe that has to be Kansas City. If it was nighttime, I bet money that I would definitely be able to know, like, whether I would be able to pull up on it, because usually at nighttime you can actually see, could you have turned up the game speed, or you have to spend the IRL amount of time? Oslo to Dubai will take 12 IRL hours. I think you are able to speed up the time, but it's just one of those things where it's just like, for one thing, I mean, if you are an actual flight simmer, at least I also have an interest in flying, so I feel like the more I actually get used to the time that I would be in a plane, the better, probably. So it's just realistic to not like skip ahead, because I mean, at least the streamers that I've been watching, they haven't been skipping ahead. I think there should be a button for it. I forgot what it was, and I tried to test it out one time, but I didn't. So there could be a button for it. I don't know. But I mean, flights take a long time. This is what Flight Simulator is. I mean, it's... I want to make content like this, but, I mean, I don't know. I think we should be... Yeah, I believe that is Kansas City right ahead of us.
123.8 Beechcraft X-Ray Golf Sierra. Kansas City Center, Beechcraft Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra 12,000 feet.
Beechcraft Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra Kansas City Center, continue.
However, it is a game or sim after... It's, sure, flying takes time, that's fair enough. However, it is a game and sim after all. Yeah, it is... if you actually want to refer to it as a game, I mean, there are plenty of ways to kind of, like, you know, make it a game. I mean, there's missions, there's a lot of things on it. One of the biggest things about it, though, is that it literally is a flight... It is a simulator. It's a simulator, not... I mean, at least some of the research that I've been doing, at least, everyone has just been like, you know, it's not a game. It's not a game. It's a simulator. So, so yeah. Next time I definitely could actually preview the thing. At least try to see if I could do it at 2x speed. But at least doing it in real life and doing it real time. I wanted to do it real time. And, I mean, what, it's 11:57 in the game, and it's 11:57 actually right now. So, believe actually right ahead of us is Kansas City International, right? So the river's right here, Missouri's right over here, the downtown area is right over here. So the airport is literally directly ahead of us. Not that familiar with the Kansas City metropolitan area, so I wouldn't be able to name any of the communities out. Let's go ahead and throttle back. We got about 8 minutes before we arrive. Let's take altitude off. And let's reduce to about 5,000 feet. Let's go ahead and throttle back on all the way. You can actually see the time is going back up. That's only because I'm pulling back on the throttle. It'll readjust back whenever I actually put the throttle back up. I like the shout out for Denton, Texas. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, Denton. Denton boy. Brandon, welcome to the live stream, Brandon. I've never seen you around. Don't know if you're the Brandon I'm thinking of, because I know another Brandon. But yeah, definitely, I would always shout out Denton, Texas. Denton, Louisville, Flower Mound, Coppell, Addison, McKinney.
Kansas City approach Beechcraft Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra
Definite North Texas man right here. Always a fan of North Texas. North Texas is literally like its own state. It's like a completely different from the rest of the country.
Sierra Kansas City approach. Continue to Mike Charlie India as planned. Altimeter 29.905.
PG getting ready to dive bomb Kansas City due to his hate for Kansas. Technically, Kansas City is in Missouri, so I don't hate Kansas City. It's not even in Kansas. Oh man, there should actually be a downtown airport over to the right. Downtown Kansas City is actually right here. So the skyline, if I actually, I'm really thinking about flying toward it, taking autopilot off and just kind of like manually flying over to Kansas City, look at the city, and then go in for a landing at Kansas City International. Let's check my fuel, actually. Do I have the fuel for it? Oh my god, I'm actually, this is the closest I've ever been. Running a little bit on 1 bar, or on 2 bars, but by the time it gets to 1 bar, that's whenever you want to be on the ground. Let's check my altitude, 8,000 feet. Still got a couple thousand feet to go. Coming in for a landing.
Kansas City approach Beechcraft Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra. Request clearance to transition Bravo airspace.
Zeba, can you please fly around the Minsk? You talking about Minsk?
Beechcraft Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra Kansas City approach. Cleared through the Bravo airspace.
Alright, I believe I'm gonna go ahead. Let's go ahead and disengage autopilot. I'm going to be taking it manually from this point on. Again, downtown Kansas City's right ahead of us.
X-ray Golf Sierra contact international approach on 118.4.
Just
going to 118.4 Beechcraft X-ray Golf Sierra.
PG hates the letter K because Kansas starts with the letter K. Let's go ahead and throttle up.
Beechcraft Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra International approach. Continue to Mike Charlie India as planned. Altimeter 29.905.
Mike Charlie India, and that's literally KMCI. Let's go ahead. Airport's further from you. Johnson City. Charles B. Wheeler downtown is the downtown or airport. Noah's Ark is an airport. Johnson County Executive. Kansas City International Airport.
International Tower Beechcraft
there we go.
Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra is 15 miles south with uniform to land.
We're just waiting.
Beechcraft Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra
Runway
International Tower.
19 rights.
Make left traffic.
One left.
Enter left traffic
19. Are we
runway
going to be
19
making our way to the
Beechcraft
other side of the
X-Ray Golf
airport?
Sierra.
Yes, we are, apparently. 19 rights. Enter left traffic, runway 19 right. Whoa, 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 whoa. Pitching way too up. Let's mess with the trim. It's most likely because of the trim. The trim was set earlier whenever I turned Autopilot on. You see over there to the right, you'll be able to make out downtown Kansas City. Kansas City International is actually pretty considerable distance from the actual airport. That's probably why they did Charles B. Wheeler downtown. Honestly, I probably should have just landed at Charles B. Wheeler, or made the plan for Charles B. Wheeler, but we already made the plan to go to Kansas City International, so I'm going to go ahead and land since we're already pointed toward the airport anyway. We're going to follow this highway, actually. We're going to reduce altitude. We're still trying to reduce altitude. We're going to kind of follow the roadway into the airport. There's the first clouds we've been able to see. That's actually really cool that I actually predicted that you would be able to see the storm from Kansas City. Which actually, I mean, I can't tell that if that's a storm or not. I mean, all I see is just the one cloud streak, so go ahead and put the throttle back up. There's another cloud directly ahead of us. It's the first weather we've been able to see. Very nice terrain coming in. Democracy 4 is an alpha. Will you be checking that out whenever it releases? If I can get it, if I can get my hands on it. If the developers reach out to me, which I highly doubt. I've looked at it, and honestly, I never got used to Democracy 3. And I mean, I could have played Democracy 3 on my channel. It's just like I had such difficulties like trying to get my approval up and all that, so it was just a lot.
Beechcraft X-ray Golf Sierra cleared to land runway 19er right.
All right.
178 at 8.
Cleared the land, runway 19 right.
Cleared to land runway 19er right, Beechcraft X-ray Golf Sierra.
All right, let's go ahead and start cutting off our speed. 64 degrees Fahrenheit now. So we're going to be turning around, making our way into runway 19 right. Let's go ahead and kill the throttle. I mean, most of it.
Stall.
This is around exactly where I'm supposed to. Let's go ahead and put the landing gear down.
$500.
Let's ease it up. Touchdown. Beautiful landing. Beautiful landing. Probably not the best, but beautiful. go ahead and start the brake. Make our way off the runway. PG, do you have any news on Power and Revolution 2020? I do not. I do not.
Beechcraft X-ray Golf Sierra exit runway when able.
Wheels up, wheels down. I got an achievement. Wheels up, wheels down.
Beechcraft X-ray Golf Sierra contact ground on 121.65.
121.65 for Beechcraft X-Ray Golf Sierra.
Okay, there's like a roadway in the middle of the airport. Totally need to slow down. I literally... For some reason, my brakes don't work. That's one issue I've been running into. Let's go ahead and just do this. I'm gonna pull right here. Set the parking brake and stop. There we go. Aha! Let's shift P it a little bit. There we go. Now, engage the parking brake. Let's go ahead and do our shut-off checklist. Okay, we don't have a shut-off checklist. Alright, so let's go ahead and turn off wing isolate. Turn off the de-icing. Turn off pita heat. And turn off the alternators. Turn off avionics. Turn off... Let's go ahead and turn off the engines. Alright, both of them are off. Let's turn off the batteries. And what else do we need to turn off? Should probably turn off all of that. Flaps are up. Should be it. Unfortunately, there was supposed to be like an end screen or something like that, but it's not showing up right now, so looks like that's gonna have to be it. All right, we finally made it all the way to Kansas City. We flew all the way from Dallas Fort Worth International Airport to Kansas City International Airport. There's a couple of times where, you know, it was a little weird, but it was fun. If you guys like this, go ahead and leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new. If you guys want to see more Flight Simulator content, please just stand by for it. I'm going to be producing more and more content as time goes on. I'm going to try and find a good balance between it. Not going to stop doing Power and Revolution, don't worry about that. Just waiting for 2020 to come out, honestly. And again, if you guys will like this, go ahead and leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new. And again, if you want to see more Flight Simulator content, comment down below. And that will be it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and take care.